Ooh, makes me happy. Hey guys, just waiting for oh, Ray, that reminds me. Thank you very much for that reminder. All right, let's see here what we're looking for. All right, everybody stop requesting shit. I got to get Brendan on here. Oh, Amy, you and Daniel joined at the same time. You look cute, Aiden. I can't see you. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. All right, Louis Witt, get out of here. Stop it. Brendan should be joining us here shortly, and we're gonna do a little Wembley warm up. It sounds like I'm in a cover band. Got a little Wembley warm up coming in here. This should be fun. I am excited to see you guys. There we go. All right. I'm not sure what happens here. Wembley Stadium or Wembley Arena. What do you think? There he is.
What's up?
What are you doing? Are you nerding out?
I'm just in my basement playing some guitar. You know what I mean?
This is rock and roll, ain't noise pollution?
It's not. I heard it's not.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was just fielding all the comments. How come you're in your screen? Are you like far away from your phone like this?
Do you want me to get closer?
No, it's just that like if I'm here, it's just my face.
Your face looks like you're one of those giant people from no, actually no, it's reverse. I look like a Lilliputian.
Mm,
Mm.
good save. It's dude, your hair's so long.
I know, right? Look at it. My locks.
Yeah,
Huh?
beautiful locks. Your hair grows fast, huh?
It does. And you know what else I forgot about having long hair? Feel more like a rock star on stage.
Yeah. You think?
I mean,
I
kinda.
feel like I feel like you have a thing though. You know, like you have that deal with the glasses and the hat, you know, and like because if you think about like Rick Nielsen, for
Oh God.
example, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Rick Nielsen with hair? I mean, he did have hair, I think, like the first album, right? Or
I
no?
can't I can't picture him with hair, and I also can't picture him without a bow tie.
I know. Well, and a funny hat, and we had him and his two sons on Rockstar Dad one time, and it was hilarious just to hear them talking about him coming home and like demanding to make breakfast day one, like off the road. He's been on the road 6 months and he's like, super dad. But
Yeah.
which is always refreshing to hear.
Yeah. I like to take a day when I get off tour where I absolutely do nothing. Matthew refers to this as watching The Simpsons in your underwear.
Yeah.
And basically the phone is off and I'm not looking at computers. I just watch like the first 15 minutes of Alien 3 for like 9 hours.
I have a few points about this post tour thing. The we call it re-entry, and it's just kind of like a couple of days or whatever. But being a dad, I kind of always get home and want to jump right back in and all that. But I can't remember who it is. I think it might be Travis from We the Kings, but I'm not positive. So don't quote me on this. But it's somebody like that.
Mm.
Their wife puts them in a hotel for 2 days after they get home, and then it's like then after that you come home and you're on because they have like 6 kids.
Yeah, I guess in some sense it's like you're getting back from being like in Lord of the Flies or something. Like
Yeah.
you're a bit of a savage and you're not ready for like family life or any kind of, societal norms or anything.
I mean, it's like one of those things, right? Because when we're on the road, quite frankly, a lot of things get done for us, right? So like it's not like we have to scavenge for food and shit. Like it
Yeah.
just sort of shows up. And we're certainly not responsible. I mean, I think probably you more than me on the road. I mean, at home, I'm running all this shit. But once we get out on the road, it's all done. I'm just there, and so most everything's done for me, you know. And then I get home
Yeah.
and and I got to be responsible for these other assholes, you know.
You know what we've encountered in the last 5 years, which is sort of new for us. We do the same thing. It's like self-managed. We're completely organizing everything. I'm on the phone with cable companies and freight companies and companies that build cases and guys who program our computer stuff. And like, there's all this prep work. And it used to be prep, 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 leave, everything's cool, sail for a while on a tour bus, love life, be with your friends making music and people and having a great time. And then, like you said, re-entry is this weird thing. However, lately we've had this cycle kind of flip on us where we're having to prep for the next tour during the tour that we're on,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
that's kind of the overlaps have stacked up pretty deep. And I'm like, do we know anybody who can manage us?
yeah. I mean, also, I wonder, like, for you, you're on tour with your partner, so like, you guys get home, and is it just like, I mean, do y'all like go to separate areas of the house for like a half a day or 2 days or some shit?
No, we're right back into it with the dog. Initially Gabrielle and I touring on the road, I had to catch her up on what I refer to sometimes as post-tour depression or your
Yeah.
re-entry moment.
Right.
And I used to say, like, don't try to have an agenda because you'll never replace the energy and the purpose and the agenda of tour. It's not going to happen. So don't try to do anything. Just give yourself whatever 48 hours of like blah where you
Yeah.
have no structure and then ease back into something else. And by she came to like, you know what, you're right about that. And it's like, you know, we have to, like, we wake up the next morning and we're just kind of like, do you feel like doing anything?
Yeah.
Nah. You know, like, there's no
Yeah.
agenda, you know, so it works that way.
It has literally taken me until recent years, and I mean like in the last 2 years, like definitely post COVID, to like allow myself to even have a day, because I have always just got home and been shot out of a cannon. I mean, it's like I'm gonna catch up on all the shit I haven't done at home. I'm gonna catch up on all of the emails that I ignored while I was gone. I'm gonna get this, and just I feel like I sort of finally got to the point over the last couple of years where I was like, you know I'm gonna burn out, I think, and I'd never felt like that before.
Burnout's
And
weird, man. Burnout is
yeah,
it's so weird to burn out. I thought it could never happen to me until basically like last year,
yeah,
you know? And
yeah,
then I got sick and had to have surgery and all. We've talked about that all
yeah.
circus. But it all worked out great, and I'm feeling wonderful. But I feel like I aged in reverse. I Benjamin Buttoned back to like the age of 42 or 40 or something, you know.
Right.
Um, but but burnout was such a head trip for me because I thought it was immune to it. I thought I could just keep rolling, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I probably caught it in time because I don't really feel like I experienced it, but I definitely, again, health problems around the same time as you, like, over the last couple of years, kind of made me slow down a little
Mm.
bit. And, I had to kind of stick to the house for a while. Same reasons you were, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
ish.
Middle-aged gut stuff.
Yeah. Well, dude, we're freaking playing Wembley
I
Arena.
know. I know. I was going to say this latter half of this year, I feel like I really got on top of my diet and a little bit of exercise. And now I feel like I just want to get back on stage and slay. I
Oh
really,
man.
and I mean that in like the Christmas sense and in the like, in like the let's rock. Have you noticed, I don't know if you can see, I'm wearing my Nakatomi Plaza Christmas Party 1988 shirt
You
here.
just go straight from Halloween to Christmas.
I
You
skip
just
Thanksgivings. Thanksgiving's always this like, what is it? What day is it on? Does anybody remember what day it is? Like, and then then like and then all of a sudden, talk about being shot out of a cannon. You're at the end of the first week of December. You haven't got a Christmas tree yet. You don't know how you got there, right? And it's like, if we just skip Thanksgiving, I'm not saying don't have a meal. I'm saying just don't focus on it as like a prep thing, you
right.
know?
Yeah.
Skip straight. This Christmas is better anyway. Right.
Yeah, it's funny. When I got divorced, like Thanksgiving was my holiday. That's one of the ones I got. So we picked everything. Like we were picking teams. So like Easter's always been Melissa's thing, and so I took Thanksgiving, and and that's how we did pots and pans too. I'll take this one, you take this one, the spoons and the thing or whatever. There's still like one pot that I really wish I would have gotten,
There's
but
always the one pot that you like, oh man, I took it for granted. I really
I
miss
did.
cooking.
And what's funny is it was hers first, like it was hers from college, but it was just like one of those ones where the handle's just badass and you can't really buy them anymore.
No, 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 they don't make the good ones anymore.
I know, they just don't, right? Because it's probably poisonous,
Yeah.
like it's probably when it heats up, it just puts Teflon into your system or some
Yeah,
shit,
exactly, exactly.
you
It's gonna
know?
kill you, but it's
Yeah,
so easy.
but my God, it just nothing burns to it. And but anyway, Thanksgiving. But then the kids grew up, the older kids. My youngest is, he's still into it and shit. But like, I don't know, it's not the same. It's like we go over to Casey's mom's and it's a nice meal and all that shit, and then it's just like we're watching football and drinking beer. It just feels like every other Sunday that I'm not on
Yeah,
the road.
exactly. Yeah, I'm kind of, as I get older, I'm not as into Thanksgiving as I was as a kid, and I'm just like Halloween stops, and I'm like, when is Christmas? Oh,
Yeah,
Christmas is coming. Let's do
yeah.
that instead.
Yeah, I feel it, but it's gotten crazy in the suburbs. Like I know you're up there, but in the suburbs, it's wild, dude. Like it 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 literally is like November 1st, fucking Christmas lights on the houses and shit. Like
I
it is
know.
like the my oh I just threw it away, but what is this, November 2nd or 3rd? And
I think it's the third. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You no,
the
you're
cup
you.
from Dutch Boy's Coffee, like I went and got my tea today. It's already Christmas. Like we're giving it the full 2 months now.
I'm with it, man. We have that here in the city too. It's amazing. The city, of course, New York City is very organized when it comes to holidays, right? So you got you know, it's an event when the skating rink opens up at Rockefeller Plaza, and it's an event when the tree goes up, and it's an
Yeah,
event like there's all of these markers. Like you're like, this tis the season, friends. Like really, we're serious. And
yeah,
I know that the parade was always a thing here, and like I love the floats and all that stuff, and like randomly seeing you know Ricky Martin singing on a like on a giant alligator rolling down Fifth Avenue. I mean, like who doesn't love that? It's kind of cool.
yeah.
But for my schedule needs, I would just much prefer that yes, Thanksgiving, okay, it's Christmas season now.
Yeah.
Like, November 1 is Christmas season.
And it's probably starting to get cold there too, right? So
Oh
like
yeah, it's been in the
you,
low 40s, high 30s
yeah,
past
you're
couple of
feeling it.
nights. The leaves are falling off. The trees are starting to look all, gnarly, and it's like
Yeah.
our studio house here in the Bronx is a very short drive to Sleepy Hollow. So, I mean, it's just blowing right down the Hudson. All of those like creepy vibes are happening. So it's winter time here, man. It feels it. It feels it.
I'm just laughing because we're doing a UK based this is a UK based Instagram, and we're talking about a holiday that we celebrate because we were like, hey, fuck you guys.
and they don't even sell it. They're not like, they're like, what's Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Canadians have one, but it's like, I mean, who gives a shit, right?
yeah. I'm done with Thanksgiving. I have to say, my heart is over it. My heart will never get over Christmas. I'm a
Yeah.
Christmas person, like
Yeah,
big
well,
time.
and I think that's the thing, right? Is that like whenever we started going to England, and all of the UK, but our first trips were to England, and then of course started spreading it around, and now we go everywhere over there. But do you see me save that? Do you see me save that? Calling the whole, you saw
You're a
that whole
professional, man. I can't get one past you. You're
that
like,
whole fucking thing.
even if I was
Anyway,
Nolan Ryan, if I was the Nolan Ryan of gaffs, I couldn't get one past you, man.
so but I tell you, the way they celebrate, I mean, Christmas is a big deal in the UK, and like
Yeah.
and that's, you were talking about like I love New York at Christmas time, by the way. Like, it's one of my favorite things. One of the coolest things about, signing with the major label was getting to go to New York a lot. And for some reason, I did end up there in the Christmas season quite a bit back in the day.
Mm.
And you're right. Seeing that huge, I got to see the huge tree, like, being taken down the street one time. Like, and, they shut down the roads and shit. It's wild how they get it in there and stuff. And I got to see that, I got to see, went into Macy's, and I got to see the whole, the thing. But yeah, there's something about London too, and where you go down there and you're near oh shit, what's that store called? I just lost it.
Harrods.
Harrods. I was gonna say Harrods, but then I was
Yeah.
like, wait, that's the guy that didn't like Jesus, and what?
That's funny. Now it's biblical. Now we're on.
But King Herod, he wasn't fond of Jesus.
No.
Yeah.
That was Herod. This is Harrods, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm just American. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, some of these English people correct me. You know what I love about the English Christmas is because they take their roasts so seriously, the Christmas goose or the Christmas turkey or some such, you get everything that you would get at a Thanksgiving dinner, right? You get it's like all there.
But
And,
it's beef, right? It's roast beef.
Well, yeah, unless it's the goose, and
I guess you're right. I guess they do a goose, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a tradition. But you also have the pies and the pudding, and I mean, if Joey were here, she would straighten my ass right out with what I'm talking about right now. You know that, but
oh wow, they're saying turkey.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I've been there during Christmas time. I actually was fortunate enough to have Christmas dinner with none other than Bruce Dickinson one time. Yeah, I know. Like Christmas 2001, he and his family invited myself and my then girlfriend to sit with them at their Christmas table for Christmas dinner, and it was spectacular. And not just because. Yeah, and he's amazing, and I've always been and will always be in awe of him. But the dinner that they prepared, the meal that was prepared, put most of what we do here in the States to shame, I will say.
Did they prepare it, like his family, or did were there people working?
No, it was them. It was a very serious family event.
Bruce Dickinson's like in pajama pants, like carving the turkey and shit, and,
wearing a crown and like the cracker things that we don't have.
Yeah, the little paper thing. Yeah, we do those. We've done those. My mom has done those my whole life.
Okay, so you're on the tip. That's that. So I mean, it was like I felt truly warmed in my heart in a way that I had never felt at home. And by the way, my family takes Christmas very seriously. You know. Big Italian family. The food that comes over is like, I mean, you could eat for 20 days. Like there's a ham, and then there's meatballs, and then there's lasagna, and then there's a turkey, but there's also a chicken, and then there's a chicken salad, and then there's blah, blah, blah.
Your Thanksgiving has a pasta course, you're saying?
Oh, yes. Italian. No, not Thanksgiving. Italian Christmas.
Italian Christmas. I'm sorry.
Like the Feast of the Seven Fishes, man. Like it's it's serious business.
We always do Italian Christmas at my mom's house because my dad's from Pittsburgh, and predominantly I believe we're pretty mixed up, but like his sister married into the Mangelli family. It was so the community was very Italian, and so like. He burns his spaghetti sauce so it has that flavor, on purpose and shit, And so, okay, I don't even know where to go now. But first of all, did you see that I took my family to a Steelers game recently, and I'm sitting there and I get emotional. You know that. I'm an emotional guy, and
it's one of the things I love about you, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I get emotional at, everything. And so the Steelers, when I'm there and I'm with my family, my daughter and my youngest son are experiencing the game for the first time ever. And I have no inkling this is happening. And all of a sudden it's just like, and now singing the national anthem for the United States of America from the band Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson. And Dude. Bruce Dickinson sang the freaking anthem, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Did you melt? Did you absolutely melt?
I was just in literal just awe because I've never seen Iron Maiden before.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, you got to fix that, man. Like,
And so, but what's crazy is that afterwards, people on the streets are like, very, very kind. And I get spoken to quite a bit. And people were like, how crazy was that with Bruce Dickinson? And so all of the guys that you could tell, like, were like, dudes that went to see bands and stuff were like, I went and saw him last night, and he had played at the place that we always play. Uh, and I can't think of it. The AGT place. It's right there.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
But anyway, I guess his monitors went out, and so he had like all this equipment, all these difficulties with his gear, and so he just rehearsed the national anthem for the for the audience the day before.
Can I tell
And
you, man? I saw them at the Garden, and circa, I think this was probably, oh boy, maybe 2014 or so. I'm not 100% sure. Recent memory, within the last 15 years. And they're loud. They're a loud band.
yeah,
They're on AC/DC Metallica level loudness, right? We're talking like you're getting your face caved in. And
yeah,
you love it. And you absolutely love it. So they blew circuit breakers at MSG. They popped the fuse at MSG and the whole
wow,
system went dead. And I'm up in a nosebleed on the opposite side, opposite the stage, right? So I'm almost as far away as you could get.
yeah,
And you could hear Bruce acoustically
wow,
yelling down the hallway to
right,
their tour manager to fix the problem.
yeah, yeah. He's
So
got
you're,
he's got operatic. He's got that thing. Like
yeah,
he's
your boy can get it done with or
he's got
without the
some pipes. Yeah.
PA. Yeah, man, he's
Yeah, I have
killer.
that that theater training shit to where it's like when the power has gone out in the past, if the audience will chill out, you can hear me on the back row.
Yeah, you've
Um,
you've got that. I mean, I can hear you outside the building when you're in your dressing room going, "Beep,
help
beep."
me.
I I'm in my tour bus in my bunk sleeping, and I can hear you in the shower inside the venue, just piping hot.
It's so true. God, that thing's loud. Man, it is
You you got you
but
got a you got a whistle on you.
it's my response. I was talking about this the other day about how, we don't like sound checks. And because my least favorite thing about the sound check is like when I first walk up there and I don't have my ears in yet, and this is, what I've been playing in bands for 40 years or whatever, 40 something years. And I have never gotten used to that fucking first snare hit. And they
Oh,
just do it. They do it right when you walk on stage.
yeah,
Right? And you're just like, it literally, and I love, those of you who know, me and Gary are really, really close, but it's the only time I ever want to kill him.
you know
It's
it,
so loud.
and I've been side stage for your sound checks because your crew's so good to us. They let us kind of start setting up so we have more time on the clock and all that stuff. But I've been in the environment where Edo is on stage, your front of house engineer is on stage, and somebody on the drums will just drop a snare like right in his face, and it's like,
Oh, oh, when they're down there adjusting that microphone, and like that's the first thing you learn, I think, as a drummer,
don't
and,
hit the
and, and
snare.
you just don't know, right? You don't know that, um, it just isn't, and it takes some drummers a long time to learn that. When
Oh
that
yeah, man,
sound
they
guy
don't
has
know.
his,
They don't
if
know.
you want your drum set mic'd up, fucking put your
Don't play
sticks
it.
down when they are
Yeah,
close.
don't play it. Yeah, 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 man.
You start kicking that kick, or you hit that snare while that guy is down there or whatever, you just fucked yourself.
Yep, you just burned your whole night. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen engineers down there setting up the mic 6 inches away from the snare, and here
Yeah.
comes the drummer, bang, right, and
Yeah.
straight up, the sound guy stands up and goes, "I was gonna make you sound good."
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I've no, yeah, and I've seen him walk off the stage. Yeah. All
Yep,
right. Fine.
it's over. Okay.
That's it. But yeah, man. Well, dude, man. So I'm so glad that this bill came together the way that it did. You know, just the fact that we've already toured over there and had, our most successful run ever. You
Dude,
know,
congratulations on that, by the way. Oh
thank
my God.
you. Well, thank you for being such a huge part of it. And then, we did some US stuff together that was great. And but here we are, now going into our biggest headline show of all time, and I couldn't be more thankful that you're going to be there and be a part of it. And just you and the gang, and y'all are like family to us now. And then Punk Rock Factory. I just can't think of a better way to open the night. With just I'm excited to hear what they're gonna do.
Dude, I mean, I have expectations that this show is going to start at 110% and go a little higher than that for the rest of the night. Like,
Yeah.
I have only played there one other time, and it was opening for Busted.
And
And
oh wow.
and I mean, the room just, I've often thought to myself, I wonder what this song would sound like in this. I wonder what this song would sound like in this. I wonder what this
Right.
song sound. And one of the songs that for this whole since we made the announcement, since you invited us, I've been sitting here thinking there is no chance that I'm going to miss Ohio in that room.
Oh man.
There's absolutely no chance that I'm going to miss that because, as you know, that's my favorite BFS tune. But
Mm,
on top of that, the way that you guys, the camaraderie of the live event that is Ohio, to me,
yeah.
is absolute peak entertainment value.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that it's also not just entertainment, it's communication, it's camaraderie. All of a sudden, the whole place is a pub, and I don't care what size of venue we're talking about here. Insta pub, insta intimate venues location. Everybody can say whatever they want to everybody else, and this feeling of like family descends upon the place. And just that's going to be like a Christmas time vibe.
Oh
And
yeah.
that room, that fucking like the room of just like the holiest of holies, pinch me. Seriously.
I can't wait, man. I gotta say, I got to play there one time as well. Opened up for Steel Panther there. It was Buck Cherry, us, and Steel Panther, and Um, I got to sing Skid Row with Steel Panther, and on that stage, and that was kind of, obviously, that's my shit. And so we just had, it was amazing. But it's kind of crazy because the last time I was there, it was a really bittersweet night. We were debuting a new song, Hey Diane, and we had a new record coming out, and but also all of our crew were leaving. Dave was leaving to go to country, and he was taking Tony with him. And Derek at the time was going corporate, and Edo wasn't working for us at the time. And so um, it was. Oh no, Edo was there. So Edo was, I guess, the only one staying. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
it was a very. So I'm really excited about this one because I feel like that night was really hard and bittersweet, and this is going to be such a celebration. All of our families are coming. We're gonna have the surprises are immense, but I will say this too. I want to say this to the audience that likes Bowling for Soup shows. We're not going over the top with the insanity. Like, it's not gonna be an award show. It's gonna be a Bowling for Soup show, and we're not having guests come out and play songs, and we're not doing. We're literally just the three of us are getting on stage and we're doing a BFS show, and I'm excited that we decided to do that because when you have a milestone this big, I think it's easy to get carried away with it and go, all right, we're gonna make this a yearly thing, and we're gonna get Brian Adams and Frank Turner and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you don't have to dress it up, man. I mean, I have seen this mythical Bowling for Soup show you're talking about. I remember 2007. I remember watching you guys like play fucking Social D song. Like I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
just like the core of who you guys are, the Texas vibe, the rock and roll vibe. You know, I don't feel like I would want to see anything else in that. I want to sit and watch this. I want to watch BFS absolutely destroy this place.
Man,
That's that, you know.
to your point, and I'll toot your horn. I think this lineup of Wheatus you can I mean it's a well-oiled machine. It is really fine-tuned, and I just think that the people that you have playing with you now, it is it's and I feel like you're just kind of, you seem really happy.
Super lucky, super happy, finally getting to a place where it's like, we toured for years, and you've been in this situation, I'm sure, where you're like, oh man, this looks like the last year this is gonna happen. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you know that feeling. So we spent, a majority of our career in that mode, and now we're sort of out of that,
Yeah.
finding new places to work, not having any time off. And here's Matthew and Joey, who've been in the band for most of 20 years. Gabrielle's been for 14. Brandy's been here for 10 now. You
Wow.
know,
Okay. Now, I don't know that I really realized that Brandy had been around 10 years. It makes sense because of just, y'all's vibe. I mean, and go ahead though. Yes.
no,
And
the point is that the family is in a place, this weird family that we have. We also have, and this is the first time I'm saying this anywhere, if you recall, my partner from the first album, Phil Jimenez, the guy who played the banana shaker with the apples and the pears in the video and the spiky hair,
yeah.
he's gonna join us for a few of these shows on this tour, and he'll be there for Wembley. So there's the energy between he and I that sort of began the live show of the band in 1998, 97 here in New York City is back. We rehearsed with him for the first time on this run yesterday, and he brought all of his stuff, all of his little gadgetries and things. And the songs had been missing, the first album songs had been missing these elements for a few tours. We pick up the slack in other places, and we've changed things and broadened the arrangements. But we're going to have on stage that night, Wheatus will actually be a 9-piece band.
Wow.
Um,
And so
and
he's basically auxiliary percussion.
he was an auxiliary percussionist. He played our sampler. He played keyboards. He played accordion. He played sitar. He
Wow.
played
Yeah.
banjo. Like, I mean, there was like, he can play anything. He's a Swiss Army knife of music. And
True auxiliary player. Yeah.
truly, and a
Yeah.
great songwriter in his own right, and a very intuitive partner to me. We produced Teenage Dirtbag together. I mean, we combined our studios for him from his mother's house and me from my garage basement,
Yeah.
and we wound up in a place where we had enough to make a record, and we did, and we made that record together at my mom's spot in February of 2000, and that was it. That's the version that everybody knows. So it's like having him back around is this, I don't know, it's just sort of a majestic feeling.
Yeah.
And I, we're going to try and squeeze in almost the entire first record opening for you that night. And I mean, if you guys, I mean, I'll say this here: if everybody doesn't come out on stage for Teenage Dirtbag on this, I'll cry. Like, everybody needs to come out and just drink a beer or something, or hang out, like, hang out. Like, you can feed me lunch meat from the rider if you want.
I would never mess up. I would never mess up the song, but to be a part of it would be absolutely. I mean, look, let's talk about that for a second. I mean, let's just talk about the life of that song. I mean, it's you and I have talked about this numerous times while I'm drunk, and you're not. But it, it's one of those things where we're very lucky each to have one of those songs, right? Arguably, Bowling for Soup. I like to say that we have 6 or 7 hits. But let's face it, we have one song that is for the rest of time gonna show up places, and so do you. And like our friends in Lit, they have one, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, no matter what you've done in your career, or what you've accomplished, or where you've been, or that's never gonna change. And like, that is crazy to think about. Like, there's a handful of those songs. There's 1,000 of those songs that exist, and all over time, that are never going to go anywhere. It's like fucking dust in the wind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And like, we're on that list.
I always feel lately, in the last like 7 years or so, as it has done, like Teenage Dirtbag has had its TikTok moments and all this stuff. I have
Right.
just been overwhelmed with this feeling of being fortunate, absolutely lucky, like
Yeah.
straight up, just a lucky duck, because I know that this thing can be a struggle. I've been in that position. You've been in that position.
Yeah.
I know other bands who don't have something like that, who are just slugging it out and kicking ass and doing their thing. But we have this weird little ambassador that goes places and tells people about us. And it has introduced me to this phenomenon that I realize there's people who have time and bandwidth for being really into music and going to a lot of shows and having extensive playlists and collections of vinyl or whatever have you. And then there's people who like music but are working hard, have families, don't have time for the investment, don't have time for the, the shows and the tickets and stuff like that. And that we have something that they can enjoy without having to search too hard
Right.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like I feel like, wow, man, that is, we're so fortunate and stepped in shit so hard, and just will the idea of taking it for granted is so alien to me. And that's why the band that doesn't like their big song is so, I find that so weird. I
Oh
mean,
man. I,
I don't get it, but I know that's not Bowling for Soup, definitely.
Dude,
But
man, I'm so glad you brought that up, and I think that's a good thing to discuss with this, because I think you could have easily, because you're a pretty artistic guy. You're very into sounds and like how songs are crafted and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? You're more of like a music guy than say like somebody like me, who I'm just like, yeah, it sounds good, fucking let's go,
yeah,
kind of thing. But those bands that do hate their big song, whether it's because it doesn't sound like their band or whatever, I mean, Teenage Dirtbag doesn't sound like Wheatus, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what you guys sound like. It's obviously your song,
yeah,
but if you were to, we've opened up for bands and played with bands that, they'll come out and they'll play their hit first, and they're headlining, and it's just like, because they just want to get it over with. And it's like, why would you, how can you possibly, or bands that don't even play their hit,
yeah.
you
There's
know?
that's an even crazier phenomenon. And I mean, I feel like I don't know. I just don't. I like songs, right?
Mhm.
And one of the reasons that I dive deep into engineering and getting new sounds, and I'm relatively intense about that sort of stuff, is because I like the kick drum and the snare drum sound from Raspberry Beret as much as I like it from the whole entire And Justice for All record.
Yeah.
And they're totally different things. And
Yeah.
I want to be able to find those flavors and colors in what I do, in case I have a song that evokes that sort of thing. So it's like, for me, it's always a song by song kind of basis. And
Yeah.
the notion of like finishing something, deciding you love it, putting it out, and then saying, I'll never play this again, is
Yeah.
like, like what? like
Yeah.
it feels so strange. But I guess other careers evolve in different paths and things, and I'm not judgmental about it. I just kind of, it's so alien to me. I love that we have a song like Teenage Dirtbag. I love that you guys have tunes that people are waiting for and just blow the fucking roof off the room when you
Yeah.
drop into them. Um,
People
I,
ask all the time, do you get sick of playing 1985? How can I get sick of that feeling? My favorite song to play live is Girl the Bad Guys Want.
hell
And
yeah.
we've been playing that years longer than we have 1985. But man, when that riff starts and I see
Oh, dude,
everybody
when
light up.
that's the riff drop I'm kind of talking about at your shows. It's like, you, no matter what's going on, and you guys are pretty improv-y sometimes. You have some very interesting comedic. I've often said that you could probably, if the PA went out, Jaret could deliver a show with just standing there on the edge of the stage. But like
There's no
almost like,
question.
yeah, like a Johnny Carson vibe. But that said, in the back of my mind, aside from me wanting to hear Ohio because it gives me a lump in my throat, there's that like, yeah, I'm sticking around because that riff's gonna drop.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get that
Yeah.
riff.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
for me, that riff is not dissimilar to, the spirit of radio, or
Oh
or
wow.
or or Back in Black, or something, like one of those like moments where you're like, when you remember being a kid at a show waiting for that fucking, you knew you were gonna hear it, like
Oh man. Yeah.
like,
Oh, I'll it's so many shows, where I remember being at Judas Priest and just like waiting for Breaking the Law. I mean, I went to I went to Painkiller record, that tour, and so a lot of it was heavier, and I loved it. I loved that record, but there's just something about those old riffs off of Screaming for Vengeance and Defenders of the Faith. There was just like AC/DC. It's just guitar 2 and 4, and man, so great. But yeah,
yeah. Those are
you
the
know,
moments. I'm actually I'm not I'm like that as a music fan. That's why I'm at the show. I want that moment where that big like sort of just that pin drop. Holy shit, here we are.
yeah,
Like that still gets me on every front. I was driving this morning over to the studio and I threw on Johnny Be Good, the original mono recording on Spotify, and I started crying in the second verse about him sitting under the tree beneath the near the railroad tracks.
yeah,
Just the idea that you can have this solitary moment with yourself, figuring something out on this piece of wood by your lonesome,
yeah.
and then you can actually bring people something that didn't exist before in the universe just from
Mhm.
that solitary moment. Is never gonna get old. It's just never gonna get old. It's so cool. It's
Yeah.
so interesting. I don't
Yes,
know what I would live for if I didn't have that, if I didn't know that was possible.
it's so true. I get caught up so much in, the business, and then, obviously social media and stuff just takes up so much of my time now that I don't write songs near as much as I wish I I did, but kind of in writing mode right now, getting ready for this new BFS record. And you're so right. It's just like once you create, even if I just have created something to the point of it being a voice memo where it's just me and a guitar and or whatever. But again, I know what that's going to sound like whenever it's done, and you walk away from it going, oh shit,
Yeah, here we
like,
go. Yep.
I mean, and it just sounds so awful, right? That you would have to apologize if you played it for anybody else. But like, again, I know once the guys are on there and like we get it all polished up, it's gonna
Oh,
be
I'm in full
something.
dork mode in the middle of the night. Like, hey, Gob, you want to just listen to this riff for a second? And she's like, "What?" Like, but then she writes songs too, so she does it to me. It's like
Oh,
is it 4 o'clock in the morning and you're sitting
yeah,
on the edge of the bed with a guitar? Did you write something?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I have to get up and go to the bathroom. So I get up and go to and then I'm just in there singing to the
Yeah.
to the thing or whatever, and
Yeah,
you
people
know,
don't know about those moments, man.
no, absolutely,
There's a song on our third record called "The Truth I Tell Myself." We had no power. It was like a really hot summer night, and we had no power, so I was sleeping naked after taking a shower, as you do. It's the only
right,
option. And I wound up that night unable to sleep. I went down into the basement and wrote this song completely stark naked, sitting on a drum throne in the
yeah,
dark. Just
yeah.
this in the dark. And it was one of the back in the day when I had a little battery operated dictaphone.
Oh yeah,
And I got that cooking, and that's how it came out, just buck naked.
yeah. Oh man, I mean, I would say the majority of the first three Bowling for Soup albums were written in my underwear. Just
It's
how
really personal that way. It's much
how
more
I spent my
personal.
time. How I
Yeah.
spent my time. Well, dude, we're Punk Rock Factory, Wheatus, Bowling for Soup, playing Wembley, December 13th. Final tickets are on sale. I mean, it's going to be wild. I feel like it's going to feel like we're having a big wedding. How people say they just don't even remember it after it's over because, I mean, there's it's going to be a long day of load in and a huge VIP for us. And there's so much family and friends flying in from all over the world to be a part of this night and to be there with you guys and the Punk Rock Factory fellows and again our managers, and it's just gonna be so I think it's gonna be amazing. And so
It's going to be the Italian Christmas show.
it is, and I hope that everybody who's watching this goes and grabs tickets if you can, and because I really do. I think that this is going to be one that will go, and we're not recording it. So, you know,
Well,
it's
I
happening.
intend to bootleg your set. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Oh, please do. That's even better. I like it. I like it when there's a little danger involved.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
There we
but
go.
guys, hey, Brendan, thanks for hanging with me today, and
Thanks, man.
we,
You're a treat to hang with every
you,
time.
as are you, my friend, and guys. So Bowling for Soup has something. If you're in the UK and you are planning on being at the show, we have something really, really cool dropping on Friday that sort of goes hand in hand with the show. And then also, I can say Punk Rock Factory Bowling for Soup has a song coming out featuring Wheatus, and it is something that a lot of you are actually already familiar with, but you haven't heard it with my voice a lot since it came out. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. And just lots of cool.
I'm very excited about that one.
Oh man,
You gave me permission to shred, and I don't always get the excuse to shred, and I
oh man,
shredded, and I am so stoked about how that came out. I
me
can't
too.
believe it.
Me too. And y'all are going to hear it in the next couple of weeks. And so there's that. And then, yeah, guys, go get them tickets. And Brendan, love you, brother.
Thank you, Jared. It's wonderful talking to you again, as
You
always.
too, man. And I'll let you get out of here. I got to go do other shit.
Of course. Same. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, brother. Take
Love
care,
you.
man.
Bye bye.
Love you, bro.